What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a realistic sketch of a venomous snake. Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson we'll need a sketch pad and a pencil. I'm going to start today's sketch off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick, but you're welcome to use whatever you like. Now you want to begin by breaking down the basic shape and composition of our drawing. So let's sketch a line going across the center of the page from left to right. Just using these short lines, we're going to go all the way across. Now you want to begin by breaking down the basic shape and pose of our character. So all the way over on the left side, I'm going to draw a straight line going up across the front of the mouth. Now from here, I'm going to come in with a straight line, and then we're going to curve this down and then across towards the corner of the mouth. Let's open up the mouth. We're going to come across, then bring that down towards the bottom. Let's flatten out the bottom with a short line, and pull this straight up underneath the top of the mouth. Let's go halfway along this line. I'm just going to angle the head, going up and in with a straight line. Go all the way across towards the right. Just going to bend this out and then down towards the jaw. Let's round up the jaw. We're going to come down and then in towards the mouth. I just want to bend this out and then down towards the bottom. Round up the chin, just pull that up towards the bottom corner of the mouth on the left. Let's draw the neck. We're going to start from the back of the head. We're just going to bend this across and then up outside our page. Let's go to the bottom of the jaw, draw that same curve. Now that we have the basic framework of our drawing, we're going to go back and lightly erase some of these lines. And then we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us layer on some more detail and refine the shapes. Now I want to start with the top edge of the mouth. Let's start up here on the bottom corner, bend this up and then down. Let's pull this back in, going up, past that line, and then bring that down. Now I want to bend the mouth coming down and across, bend this up towards the corner of the mouth, and then back down. Now along the top, we're just going to block in the fangs. From this corner, we're going to step in, bend this down and in. Let's go up to the top of this curve, do the same thing, coming down and then in. Let's taper that back up so it gets wider as we come back up towards the mouth. Let's add some shape to the front of the nose. Starting from this point, we're just going to round this out and then bend that back in. Now from that center of this curve, we're just going to bend this around and then up towards the top. From here, it's going to bend this down and then in towards that center line. Go up towards the right and round that out. Now the space in between the eyes is right about here, so we're just going to bend this down. Let's move all the way over towards the right, so right about here, it's going to sketch a circle for the eye. Go to the bottom of the eye, we're going to add a fold. Going across, let's bring that down towards the corner of the mouth. And from the top of the eye, I'm just going to bend this up and then out toward the top of the head. Let's go all the way down toward the bottom. I'm just going to round out the bottom of the mouth with a curve. And then from the corners, we're going to add two fangs, going up, and then just bring that back down and in. Now on the right side, I want to add some cartilage. Just going to bend this around and then down. Now I want to duplicate that same curve across the back of the mouth, starting from the top of this line, coming out and then down. And we'll go back and do one final cleanup before we add some more detail and shading. Now we want to use a rough sketch as a guide to help us layer on some more detail. So I'm going to start back at the eye. Just going to darken up the top of the brow. And just fold the eye in underneath. Rounding this out, and then in the center, draw a small circle for the pupil and then fill that in. Just going to work our way around the eye. We're also going to add some folds going out from the eye, just pulling this up and then out. We're just adding the edge of the scales going across the eye. Now let's go up to the front. Add a little point in the center. Up around the nostrils. Now from the top of the eye, I'm just going to add some scales. Just going to round this out. Let's add a layer on top. Now we're just working our way towards the back. Just pulling this up from behind and then coming down. Let's add some more scales across the top of the head. Again, we're just layering these in as we work our way back. So going out to a point, then bending that in. Just going to add a fold and seam across the center. Just going to split the mouth. And right here, it's going to add these little bumps across the edge of the mouth. Just pulling that back in. So that seam. Now we're going to add some detail and shape to those fangs. Now for the eye, we're just going to work our way out, just adding these little layers, these scales going out. And then we're just going to add a couple in between. Now across the back side of the mouth, we're going to add these little teeth going across, also along the inside. Just tucking that up underneath. It's going to add a hint of a little bit of a gum line across the top of the curve. I'm just going to continue layering the scales in behind, working our way over towards the right side. I'm just going to switch to a thicker pencil. This is my 0.9mm. I'm just going to add some more detail. So going around the eye, I'm just going to pull these lines coming in to add a little bit of shading and texture. These little spots on the inside. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow going out from the eye across the scales. I want to add some shadows going across the bottom edge of the mouth and just pulling that up. And we're just going to add a shadow across the top of the teeth, coming down to a little bit of highlight on the bottom edge. And then the front tooth, we're just going to put a little bit more highlight on top. Now let's darken out the back side of the mouth and gradually fade that as it comes towards the left side. I'm going to go back and just increase that contrast. I'm also going to go darker along the top and then fade that down. Now along the bottom of the chin, we're going to add a little core shadow, meaning we're going to leave a little highlight along the bottom edge and then fade that up. Just want to do the same thing across the top edge of the mouth. I'm going to go back in and start adding some cracks across the scales, starting with the jaw. And then the edge of the mouth on the top. Now as we get near the end, I'm just going to tighten up my shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign my artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a venomous snake. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you do, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each week where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.